May I please call to order the June 23rd, 2026 meeting of the High Point Regional High School Board of Education. I please ask you all to stand for the flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meeting of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of the Act, the Board of Education has caused notices of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted on the district's official website, on the public notices webpage, as well as posting at the Augusta, Branchville, and Sussex post offices, and the clerk of the boroughs of Branchville and Sussex and townships of Frankfort, Lafayette, and Wantage. Mission statement. High Point Regional High School, in partnership with staff, family, and community, is dedicated to the quest for individual excellence. By fostering high standards of achievement, we prepare students to become responsible and productive members of a diverse society. Now we have appointment of a new board member. I guess I will make that motion that the board appoints Mr. Gary Margiotta to fill the open seat for Wantage until December 31st, 2026. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion or comments on that? Seeing none, I'll take a roll call vote.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Diaz?
Yes.
Ms. Stackis?
Yes.
Ms. Gall?
Yes.
Mr. Van Stone?
Yes.
Ms. Hill?
Yes.
Ms. Wise?
Yes.
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Ms. Longberg? Passes.
Excellent. Mr. Margiotta, welcome to the board. I believe Mrs. Kolbush is going to administer your oath of office.
I provided you with the oath, so if you just want to read it and get you sworn.
Okay, so, thank you all. I, Gary Margiotta, do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state under the authority of the people. I, Gary Margiotta, do solemnly affirm that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of a Board of Education, and that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to RS 19:4-1, nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense listed in NJS 18A:12-1, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability.
Assume your seat at the table. You are now official.
Welcome, Mr. Margiotta.
Thank you all.
Okay, with that, I'd like to ask for a roll call. All those present.
Mr. Anderson?
Here.
Ms. Longberg? Mr. Margiotta?
Here.
Ms. Diaz?
Here.
Ms. Stackis?
Here.
Ms. Gall?
Here.
Mr. Van Stone?
Here.
Ms. Hill?
Here.
Ms. Wise?
Here.
Dr. Ripley? So we do have a quorum.
And Mr. Dunn?
Oh, Mr. Dunn.
Oh, I'm here, yes.
Sorry, I'm skipping you all the time. I apologize.
What did I knew I was here. Okay, we're on to executive session. A motion will be made that the High Point Regional High School Board of Education enter executive session to provide an update on legal, personnel, and negotiations items which are exempt from public participation pursuant to New Jersey Public Law 1975, Chapter 231, Open Public Meetings Act. Any discussions held by the board which need not remain confidential will be made public when appropriate. Minutes of the executive session will not be disclosed until the need for confidentiality no longer exists. The board will reconvene in public session, in person and virtually at the conclusion of the executive session. It is not anticipated that any action will be taken. For the members of the public. We expect that we will return at approximately 7 p.m. So I will make that motion. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, I'll take all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, okay, we are Oh, I should have asked if we were
I
on
got
video.
it. As soon as I heard you say
Gave
that, I clicked the button. and
enough
started.
time? Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Okay, so moving to the agenda, approval of minutes, the regular meeting minutes of May 26, 2026, and executive session minutes of May 26, 2026. I'll make a motion to accept those. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments, corrections, or discussions on those? Okay, seeing none. Roll call, please.
Ms. Steckus?
Yes.
Ms. Diaz?
Yes.
Ms. Gall?
Yes.
Mr. Van Stone?
Yes.
Ms. Hill?
Abstain?
Ms. Wise?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Margiato?
Abstain?
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Passes.
Okay, our first public comments is the section of the evening on agenda items only. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, we will open the public comments for agenda items only. At this time, each speaker should state his or her name and address. You will have 3 minutes to address the board, which will be timed by myself. We will limit this section to no longer than 45 minutes. We ask that you please be respectful and mindful that your comments are being recorded. And, okay, excellent. Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening. I really don't want to be here tonight and speak about this, but I have 2 young children at home. I can't ask them to stand up to bullies or to speak the truth or do what's right if I'm not willing to do it myself. I'm here for many people in the community that have told me that Scott Ripley should not be recontracted for the High Point High School. Based on my experience, Scott is a politician, not a leader. I'm asking the board to vote no to his 4-year contract or table this agenda until the public has access to this contract language. This situation happened because the previous board approved a contract requiring a 365-day notice. It chose to not retain him. That was a serious failure of the board's oversight, and to my knowledge, Wayne Dunn is the only member here that served on that board. Wayne has served on this board for about 11 years. There's a saying that defines insanity. It means doing the thing over and over again and expecting different results. 11 years is too long, and this district needs change. To the public, pay attention to who has questions, who demands accountability, and who approves this contract without explanation. There are 4 board member terms that are expiring in December, and I'm willing to run for one of those seats. If you want change and not another politician, I promise I will listen to the community, and I will not do what Scott Ripley tells me to do. This board works for the community, not one administrator. I want to thank you for all your time. This is not a personal attack on anyone on this board, but this school needs change. This school needs a different form of leadership, and if this board's not willing to do it, I feel like we have to step up and have members of the community do it ourselves. Thank you.
Mr. Caldwell, if you need help finding the application for the petition, we can certainly help. Okay. Any comments that we've received virtually?
No.
Seeing no other public comments in the room, may I have a motion to close public comments?
Motion.
In a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Great, moving on to presentations. First up, we have HPEA President Elizabeth Sunda. Probably the final update of the year, right?
Yeah, final. Good evening. Good evening.
Hi.
So I just wanted to share a few things, a few brief updates as we ended our year last Friday. So some of the end of the year, recent end of the year events. One was obviously our graduation that was on Friday. So congratulations to everyone who was involved in making this year's graduation beautiful and memorable, maybe because of the wind, maybe because of the rain. But it was still a nice send-off for our students, and it had a lot of positive energy from the families, staff, and the leadership. There were no issues, no concerns. We were kind of surprised. We were waiting for some beach balls or anything, and it was so tame. The only thing that was a little unruly was the weather. So, but I just think it showed a tremendous, I'm thinking of what makes our district special was, and Lara, she's not here today, but she gave a very nice speech on behalf of New Wayne, so that was very nice. and so did John, and Scott kept his very brief in order to get the students their diplomas and get us in and get us out. But some of the kids from the band kind of chased down their sheet music, but it was still a beautiful graduation. If you were able to go, it was beautiful, so thank you. And I thought it was very special for our students. The second, we also had our HPA luncheon. So I just wanted to say thank you for the administrators that did come. So thank you for showing up if you were able to attend that. And having representation from our leadership, I think, doesn't go unnoticed, and it means a great deal to us, and for me, myself, and for our members, so thank you for that. And the collaboration, I think, was really nice, and what we continue to strive to build here at High Point. And then on a personal note, we had during our retirement awards, which was Tuesday, I believe, it was like a whirlwind of a week, but I was deeply honored to have been presented with the Arthur R. Smith Leadership Award. So receiving that from my superiors and from the district was incredibly humbling. So I was very appreciative and kind of blown away with that. So I will remain committed to serving this community and our district. Obviously, I don't know if I mentioned it at the last meeting, but I was voted back in, so you will have me for the next 2 years as the HPA president. So I think that was it. Oh, I forgot the golf outing. We had that too. Was that Thursday? Might have been on Thursday. So thank you to Bill Percy for arranging our annual golf outing. I don't even know what year it was, but we've been doing it for quite some time. So we had over 40 staff members, so teachers, admin, security. So that was a really nice event. So we're appreciative to have that. So it was really nice send off of a week. Everything I think ran really smoothly. So I just wanted to thank you for your continued support. And if you have any questions at all, even though I'm unplugging for the summer officially after tonight, you can reach out to me at any time. So thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions or
Congratulations.
no? Thank you, I know.
Some of us are old enough to have remembered Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
Well, I did receive a nice message from Dr. Ripley and from some of the people who worked with him. I've met him through Mel, because I coached with Mel, so I did get to know him on a personal level, but never to work with him. So even some of the other coaching staff, like Johnny Gardner, and some people who said it was. So I am deeply grateful and humbled by it. So thank you.
Can I? Sorry, you brought up the weather and graduation.
Yes.
If you guys missed it when it was bizarre, you have to imagine it was bizarre for the family sitting in the stands, because us sitting up on the Jays, we could see the storm coming in. And it kept getting referenced, but the parents had no idea what we were. It just looked like a bright, beautiful, sunshiny day.
I was in the stands.
Unless you looked at the trees, it really was. So it was kind of ominous, and it was just creeping over High Point toward. But so I would look back and I would see where my cross country trail is. So I could see the trees starting to flip. The leaves are like anticipating it. And then once the sheet music started blowing, these kids are looking at it across the field. I'm like, oh no. But so I'm looking down and I see Dr. Ripley. I was like, well, he's on his phone. So am I. I'm like, I know we're checking the weather at the same time.
A bunch of us in the stands were doing the same thing.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, so literally I was in the last row of students, so I said, probably when you get up there and receive your diploma is when it's gonna start raining. Sure enough, it did.
Exactly.
But it was short and it was.
Did Dr. Ripley cut his
He
speech to
did.
30 seconds?
He really did. He had a speech and he just ad-libbed it and he cut it just in order to get it done. So it was
To
very
a raucous
nice.
applause from the audience.
Yeah, I think it was appreciated by everybody there, so it was very nice.
The sheet music chasing was a nice touch.
Oh my God.
In the middle of Mr. Tallamy's presentation.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he stuck to his script, but it was, even the little, whatever you call the things that hold the sheet music, those were flying away too, so it was quite.
And the irony too was it was beautiful going into the ceremony, beautiful
It
for
was.
most of it.
And it was
Then you had
beautiful
at
after.
the moment it ended, it was just right back to being
Beautiful,
like
yeah,
a
so it
sunny
was
day.
very nice for
The sun.
pictures, obviously, so you'll see it up there. I don't even know if you'll be able to catch any of the raindrops, but it was very nice.
Wow.
So, and it was nice to have our students there, it was great, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
have
I'll
a
take
great
the-
summer.
Have a good summer
Enjoy
too.
your
Thank
summer.
you.
I take this opportunity to thank Ms. Longberg for stepping in for me and handling that. I think it may have been mentioned, she may have been the first female to present, in
On behalf of the board.
instead at High Point graduation, so congratulations, sir. Yes, you're handling Mr. Talamay's report and your own?
No principal's report,
No principals?
just a
Okay.
very brief curriculum report.
Okay.
Good evening, and again, yes, it was a great night. Congratulations to parents, to our staff, and most of all to our students. It was fantastic. I'm not a fan of lightning, and I was not able to see the photographer from behind the podium, so as the thunder growled and simultaneously the flash went off, I was a little bit undone. Just the photographer. So we got through it. It was a really great night, beautiful night for a beautiful group of kids. So congrats to them and to their families. I just want to talk about one curricular activity. John Dewey in 1938 published Experience in Education, perhaps the most influential book in all of American education. Dewey was ahead of his time when he spoke about learning through doing. And I think most of us think back to our high school and college years, and what we retain more than anything are things that we did or built or worked on rather than information that we simply retained. Dewey celebrated both. He said we need information, that's obviously key, and I think he hit it right. Well, Dr. Stacy Zaremba at the end of the year has a capstone project with her psychology students. She has grown her psychology program into one of the two extremely large elective programs in the entire school. And she had this phenomenal psychology fair where her students took psychological research and presented or repeated a study, and at the fair invited people to walk by and participated to try out a different theory, to engage in some type of visual experimentation. It was tremendous public speaking opportunity for them, and it was great to see them learn about a concept, research it, become a master of it, replicate it, and then present it to teachers and students for 3 consecutive days. So just really wonderful to see that type of creation and putting it out there and sharing it with your peers. They were very, very drilled in how to present, and it was really an impressive couple of days towards the end of the year to go in and see our students proudly display their their capstone project with psychology. On the agenda tonight is a mention of our ESEA funds. The largest allotment is in Title I, which is to help disadvantaged students. So we're allocating a good chunk of that money to credit recovery. Research shows that nothing leads a student to drop out of high school more than having to repeat a class and have to take 2 or 3 maths in 1 year. So imagine that subject that you really struggle with, you don't like, and now you have to take it 2 or 3 times. Through companies like Edmentum, which is the one we're partnering with this year, entirely funded by a federal grant, we are providing students the opportunity through a New Jersey certified teacher to remediate their year-long work that didn't quite meet the passing level and to earn recovery. The letter went out, in my email box is popping. Parents are being very responsive, aware of the fact that this is a much better alternative to repeating the class. Edmentum also assigns the class in 28-day cycles, which is very helpful. We've worked with companies in the past that give you 4 months, for example. I think people need deadlines, adolescents in particular. So we're very hopeful that many of our students will remediate those course failures and will come into September in a strong position. And then last but not least, the gift that keeps giving. We will be monitored by CUSAC next year. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of time, and as we've learned, it never stops. So next year is year 2. We are audited based upon the results of the year that concluded, or that concludes next week, right? So it is the year you're getting the evaluation is based upon. The following year is the evaluation, and then the following year is you put into place the improvement plan, and then you start over again. So as it should be, it's an ongoing cycle of improvement, and we're ready for it, and I know that we'll do a great job with it once again. Lastly, I put a survey out to the parents of all incoming freshmen. I got 88 responses, so when you get, that's a huge response to anyone who does surveys. So 88 responses, 47 students indicated they wanted to take American Sign Language. That is a very, very robust response for a non-existing program being offered to incoming students. We also have our plan in place to support all students who wish to continue on in French 2, French 3, and French 4. So we're pleased to have that all set. There's our great kids once again. So, any questions on any of that?
Will you be able to offer that sign language course? Is that what you
Yes,
said?
that's what
Yes,
we're running
okay.
now.
Yes, awesome.
We've contracted with a third-party provider that is assuring us they will bring us a teacher in person who will teach directly with the students. So,
Is sign language considered like a foreign language?
I don't believe it's considered a world language, but it fulfills the curricular requirements for New Jersey to meet that requirement.
I think that's great. I think sign language should be everywhere because, and everybody can communicate from all places in the world. If we all knew sign language.
As a world language teacher myself, I can say yes, I would consider it a world language because we learn an American Sign Language is different than you would learn in sign language in Spain or sign language in French. So it is its own language,
Okay.
working off the framework of English.
So, yeah, so we're hopeful that it takes off in its inaugural year and it grows from there.
Is it only being offered in French?
I believe there are sophomores that do have that opportunity, particularly if they experienced Spanish L1 and struggle with it and want to start over. Because our plan is to offer ASL 2 and ASL 3 so students can continue on.
Is there any opportunity for any students or the program to be extended as a extracurricular or something like that for any students who may want to get a basic understanding of ASL but not want to go through the full course?
It's a great idea. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Particularly if we have on site someone who's a certified, capable facilitator, we may be able to work them into unit lunch. It would be a great unit lunch program to have just an enrichment program.
But the teacher that's being provided by the third party, would it just be to teach? So if you have 48 kids, I'm guessing that's 2 classes?
Probably 3 because the way our contract works, we're going to have that teacher for the entire morning. So we'll have them for 4 blocks. And really the way our drop works will be for our numbers probably will lead us to 3 sections. But then there's room in there perhaps, as to your suggestion, to provide an enrichment.
Because I think it would be a disservice to other students in the school that have it as a program and not be able to offer it to upper classes.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Concludes our presentation, so we'll move on through, there is no other business, to action items, curriculum, instruction, and technology.
I wasn't at the meeting this week, but
Oh.
I'll move them anyway. Sorry, I missed the meeting. But I will be moving 9 items, 2 of which are on the agenda. Number 1, one faculty attendance rate was 92.6, student for May, student attendance was 91.9. Putting on the suspension report which is attached. And also we have to review the HIP reports for May 27th through June 23rd. Item number 5 is a list of field trips on the attached. Number 6 is approving the professional development activities as listed on the attached roster. And 7, 8, 9 are submissions, approving submissions for grants. Number 7 is for the Perkins Career Tech Grant as listed below. 8 is the ESEA grant, which Campbell talked about, and number 9 is the another ESEA grant for Title III funding. Was that the one? Maybe they're both, I'm not sure. But anyway, those are the items. I would like to make a motion to move them all together. Looking for a second.
Second.
Does anybody have any questions or comments about those items?
I just want to thank Hopatcon High School for their leadership and effort. With the Title III funding, if you receive less than $10,000, you have to forfeit it. So they have taken the lead over the past several years, and they invite everyone in the county who has less than $10,000 to pool with them, and then you can use the money. So thank you to them for their help.
Excellent, yes, so noted. Anybody else? All right, roll call.
Mr. Van Stone?
Yes.
Ms. Wise?
Yes.
Ms. Hill?
Yes.
Ms. Gall?
Yes.
Ms. Diaz?
Yes.
Ms. Stacus?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Maggie? Pronounce it for me.
Margiano.
Margiano, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Passes.
Okay, that was curriculum instruction and technology, personnel. Mrs. Longberg's not here, so I will move under personnel items 1 through 13 together. One is a recommendation to approve Dr. Denise Otat as the school doctor, effective January 1st through June 30th of next year, annual fee of $13,000. 2 is recommendation to approve Mr. Ernest Turner as treasurer of schools for the next school year at annual salary of $5,500 as corrected there. 3 is recommendation to approve the appointment of Mary Catherine Kolbush as business administrator, board secretary for the 2026-2027 school year. And 4 is a recommendation to approve the following tax shelter annuity companies for the upcoming school year. Item 5 is a recommendation to approve Seamus Campbell as a HIV anti-bullying coordinator upcoming school year. Item 6 is a recommendation to approve the appointment of James Rice as attendance officer and school safety specialist for the upcoming school year. Item 7 is a recommendation to appoint Rebecca Sarno as the HIV anti-bullying specialist for the upcoming school year. Item 8 is a recommendation to approve the appointment of Seamus Campbell as homeless liaison in accordance with McKinney-Vento legislation for the upcoming school year. Item 9 is a recommendation to appoint the supervisor of buildings and grounds, Brian Bansimer, as a safety compliance officer, IPM coordinator, AHERA, air quality designee, chemical hygiene officer, and the right to know officer for the upcoming school year. Item 10 is a recommendation to appoint Seamus Campbell as the Title IX coordinator for the upcoming school year. Item 11 is a recommendation to approve Brian Bansimer as our Title II ABA coordinator for the upcoming school year. Item 12 is a recommendation to appoint Courtney Delaney as the 504 coordinator for the upcoming school year. And item 13 is a recommendation to approve the affirmative action team for the upcoming school year as follows. I will make that motion. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion on any of those items? 1 through 13. May I have roll call, please?
Mr. Van Stone?
Yes.
Ms. Gall?
Yes.
Ms. Diaz?
Yes.
Mr. Margiano?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Stacus?
Yes.
Ms. Hill?
Yes.
Ms. Wise?
Yes.
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Passes.
Item 14, be it resolved that the Board of Education approves the superintendent's employee agreement commencing July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2030, and said agreement has been approved by the Executive County Superintendent of Schools. I will put that motion forward. May I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any comments or discussion? I'll make a few comments here. My intention is to vote yes on this, and the reason being, the decision is made in the totality of the performance of an individual, not for one day's worth of something that may be in conflict with the rest. Having had somebody reminded me of this evening, having had the pleasure of serving on this board for 11 years, working with this particular individual that we're about to vote on, I have seen his performance day in and day out for that entire period. And it is with that I have confidence in voting yes for an additional employee contract for our superintendent. Okay, that's as much as I think I need to say. Any other comments?
Just what, I'm going to abstain from voting for this one, given
That
that
would be appropriate, yes.
brand new, so yes.
And so, actually, now I remember what I wanted to mention. There was a meeting, this is for the public's notification. There was a meeting in compliance with statute, not necessarily a previous contract language. Statute overrides, New Jersey State statute overrides what may have been presented in an employee contract. There was a meeting of the High Point Board in executive session wherein we did make a decision at that point not to provide a notice of, effectively a notice of non-renewal, given that we were going to consider a contract renewal for Dr. Ripley. So this is partially to retort an earlier comment that there was a 365-day period, which is incorrect. Its statute, I believe, was 130 or 150, 30 days per year, so 180 days. Well, we met in compliance with statute. I just want that to be made clear to the public, that we are in accordance with all statute regulations and contract regulations. Okay, if no other comments, we'll take a roll call vote on this.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
You said you're abstaining.
Abstain.
Okay. Ms. Diaz?
Yes.
Ms. Stackis?
Yes.
Ms. Gall?
Yes.
Mr. Vanstone?
Yes.
Ms. Hill?
Yes.
Ms. Wise?
Yes.
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Passes.
Okay, moving on, I'd like to move items 15 through 18 together. 15 is a recommendation to approve a revised 2026-2027 contract for Timothy McClurg, reflecting a change to STEP. On the salary guide, item 16 is a recommendation to approve to terminate employee 314 effective June 5th, 2026. Item 7 is a recommendation to approve the following 6-period assignments at the per diem rate as listed and all other details as listed. Item 18 is a recommendation, no, okay. 18 is a recommendation to approve the following 6-period assignments also as listed. And that's it. Okay. So we'll make that motion for 15 through 18. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or discussion? Okay.
Can I just,
Oh, sure.
say, I appreciate that teachers this late into the years were willing to step up and fill the roles that needed to be filled. It's a really difficult time of the year to pick up something new when you're trying to round everything off, and that's really appreciated that they did.
Good point. Thank you. Here. Okay, roll call.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Margiotta?
Yes.
Ms. Diaz?
Yes.
Ms. Stackis?
Yes.
Ms. Gall?
Yes.
Mr. Vanstone?
Yes.
Ms. Hill?
Yes.
Ms. Wise?
Yes.
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Passes.
Okay, I will move 19 separately. Item 19 is a recommendation by the superintendent that the Board of Education accepts the resignation notification from James Aslanian as instrumental music teacher effective July 1st, 2026. Make that motion. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or discussion?
I'd like to thank Mr. Aslanian for his many years of service. His impact on students was always his hallmark. So you'll meet students, former graduates and current students, deeply impacted by his passion. So thank you, Mr. Aslanian.
And yes, we wish him well in his future endeavors. Okay. Roll call.
Ms. Hill?
Yes.
Ms. Wise?
Yes.
Mr. Vanstone?
Yes.
Ms. Gall?
Yes.
Ms. Diaz?
Yes.
Ms. Stackis?
Yes.
Mr. Margiotta?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Passes.
I would like to move the remaining items, 20 through 29. I think 29 is listed as 39 on the addendum, but unless I missed 10 somewhere. 20 is a recommendation to approve the revised contract for Rajul Abrotka as listed. 21 is a recommendation to approve an NJFMLA FLA maternity childcare leave for employee 1288 as listed. Item 22 is a recommendation to approve the following individuals as substitutes for the upcoming school year as listed. Item 23 is a recommendation to approve the NJFMLA FLA maternity child care leave of employee 1307 as listed. Item 24 is a recommendation to approve the following individuals as 2026 summer custodial workers as listed. Item 25 is a recommendation to approve an extended medical NJFMLA leave of absence for employee 1458 as listed. Item 26 is a recommendation to approve the 2026 summer workshop days as listed. Item 27 is a recommendation to approve Nicholas Grubik as an instrumental music teacher for the upcoming school year as listed. Item 28 is a recommendation to approve a revised 2026-2027 contract with Robert Olassen, previously approved at the May 26, 2026 meeting. And then in the addendum under personnel, in 29 is a recommendation by the superintendent to approve Dr. Stephen Mole as a leave of absence physics teacher at the prorated annual salary as listed. And that is those items. So what was it, 20 through 29. I'll make that motion. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments? Yes?
Yeah, just, I want to point out that item number 28 is missing the text of what it is that we're actually revising.
28. Okay.
It's missing one.
It says
Oh, the word, right,
It
the
says
revised,
for.
I recommend.
It said, recommended by the superintendent, the Board of Education approves the revised 2026-2027,
Oh,
and then doesn't actually list
contract.
contract, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we don't have to go through the formal modification, that's just a typo. Thank you for that, though. Any other comments? All right, roll call, please.
Ms. Wise?
Yes.
Mr. Van Stone?
Yes.
Ms. Stackis?
Yes.
Mr. Margiotta?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Diaz?
Yes, for all except 29, which will be a no.
Ms. Gall?
Yes.
Ms. Hill?
Yes.
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Passes.
Okay, you want to take extracurricular? It's only 5 items. Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll take 1 through 5?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to group them together under extracurricular. It is recommended by, number 1 is it is recommended by the superintendent that the Board of Education approves Mary Ann Holder and John Meyer to assist in sports physicals on June 26th at their $25.26 per diem hourly rate. Number 2, it's recommended by the superintendent that the Board of Education accepts his resignation. Notification from James Seek as head softball coach effective immediately. Number 3, it's recommended by the superintendent that the Board of Education accepts the resignation certification from Aaron Fang as head field hockey coach effective immediately. It is recommended by the superintendent that the Board of Education accepts the resignation notification from William Percy as assistant boys basketball coach effective immediately. And number 5, it is recommended by the superintendent that the Board of Education approves the following extracurricular appointments for the 2026-27 school year as listed. Okay. I'm looking for a second. I'm making a motion to make a second. Any questions or discussion?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Van Stone?
Yes.
Ms. Gall? Yes.
Ms. Stackus?
Yes.
Ms. Diaz?
Yes.
Mr. Marbiata?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Hill? Yes. Ms. Wise?
Yes.
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Passes.
Thank you. No policy, no negotiations, nor buildings and grounds. Items under finance. I will move the extensive list of 1 through 24 in block. 1 is a recommendation to accept the report of the Board Secretary, Business Administrator for the month of May 2026. Item 2 is a recommendation to accept the report of the Treasurer for the month of May 2026. Item 3 is a recommendation to approve the report of transfers and minimum expense transfer report for May 2026. 4 is a recommendation to approve the payment for the attached schedule of audited bills dated June 23rd, 2026. Item 5 is a recommendation that the board accepts the adult education agency account, athletic account, cafeteria account, construction account, principals, petty cash account, scholarship account, school store, and student activities reconciliations for May 2026. 6, be it resolved that the Board of Education accepts the annual fiscal year 2025 audit reports, which include the annual comprehensive financial report and auditor's management report disseminated at the January 27, 2026 Board of Education meeting, and approve the corrective action plan audit findings for fiscal year 2025. Item 7 is a recommendation to approve the schedule of tax payments for the upcoming school year. Item 8 is a recommendation to approve the following vendors for professional services for the upcoming school year, and they are as listed. Item 9 is a recommendation to approve mileage and reimbursement for essential travel expenses as listed. Item 10 is a recommendation to approve the following resolution for School Alliance Fund Commissioner effective for the 2026-2027 school year, and that is as that is given. Item 11 is a recommendation to approve and authorize the execution of an agreement between Water Management Services and High Point School District for the upcoming school year. Item 12 is a recommendation that the board approves the following resolution effectively to permit a Board of Education to establish and or deposit into certain reserve accounts at year end for capital reserve in an amount up to the maximum allowed by law. And the rest is as given. Item 13 is a recommendation to approve an agreement between High Point and J&B Therapy to provide occupational, physical, and or speech therapy as listed. Item 14 is a recommendation to approve the following lunch prices for the upcoming school year as listed. And 15 is a recommendation to approve the student accident insurance renewal proposal between High Point and Bollinger Specialty Group as listed. Item 16 is a recommendation to approve an agreement with the Sussex County Educational Services Commission for ancillary educational services as needed during the upcoming school year. Item 17 is a recommendation to approve an agreement with the Educational Services Commission of Morris County for the same services for the upcoming school year. 18 is a recommendation to approve an addendum to the previously approved agreement with Honeywell for maintenance of the BMS system for the upcoming school year as listed. Item 19 is a recommendation to approve the disposal, recycling of IT equipment, that department items that are obsolete or in disrepair as listed. Item 20 is a recommendation to grant permission to the Wildcat Baseball Club to host a non-affiliated co-ed camp ages 17 to 14 as listed. Item 21 is a recommendation to approve Rivalry Sports Medicine as a provider of substitute athletic trainers for upcoming school year as listed. Item 22 is a recommendation to approve the agreement with Pure Tech Group to upgrade the lighting infrastructure in the auditorium in order to improve system reliability, expand lighting capabilities, and reduce maintenance requirements. Capital reserve funds will be used on this project. Item 23 is a recommendation to approve the items listed below as surplus property to be sold through Gov Deals, and that is as given in that resolution. Items are sold as is without any express warrant or by warranty. And item 24 is a recommendation that the board approves and authorizes the execution of the following tuition contracts between High Point Regional as a sending district and the following districts and related information as listed there. I'll make that motion on 1 through 24. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Any comments on any of those finance items?
Isn't there an addendum to finance?
Did I miss, oh, 25. Let me withdraw that motion and read item 25 in the addendum. Thank you, Ms. Steffes. It is recommended the board accepts a grant from 1x1 for imprint in the amount of $500 to be used to purchase items from their catalog for freshman orientation. This grant was procured by Kristen Jackety. So I'll make that motion for 1 through 25. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion on any of those?
Yeah, just, I'm gonna add the Pure Tech one is, that, if, for the boards, that, we had talked about that previously, that was for the lighting package, I said I would help look into. That number started significantly higher than that. I mean, that's a 50% savings over what our last quote was. And I believe it's almost a 65% savings from what the highest quote they sent us was. So, I mean, it's a significant reduction in the cost of what the original proposal was.
I've always said it's a testament to the strength of a board that people come from all walks of life and professional backgrounds to us, and I would like to thank Ms. Stathis for your expertise in that area, for helping our administration negotiate a very favorable contract on some much needed repair work to our lighting system. So thank you very much for your expertise.
You're here.
And thank you to For Imprint for their generous donation of purchased items, toward purchase items. Okay, there's no other comments? Roll call.
Ms. Stackus?
Yes.
Ms. Diaz?
Yes.
Ms. Gall?
Yes.
Mr. Van Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Margiotta?
Abstain.
Ms. Hill? Yes. Ms. Wise?
Yes.
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Passes.
Transportation is not nearly as long as normal.
No, what the hell?
Okay, so I'll do that.
Sure, please.
Okay. I'm going to put 1 through 8 together in transportation. Number 1 is recommended that the board approves the following joint transportation agreement for the remainder of the 25-26 school year. Number 1, host is High Point Regional High School, and the joiner is Vernon Township Board of Education. Number 2, it's recommended the board, upon recommendation of the superintendent, approves and authorizes the execution of the following joint transportation agreement for the transportation for the 2025-2026 school year, as listed. Number 3, it is recommended that the board, upon recommendation to the superintendent, approves and authorizes the execution following the parental contract with the parents of students 946961463 for transportation to attend the Celebrate the Children for the Extended School Year program. Number 4, it is recommended that the board, upon recommendation from the superintendent, approve the following completed bus evacuation drills for the 2025-2026 school year, as listed. Number 5, it is recommended by the superintendent that the board approves the following joint transportation agreement for the ESY program, as listed. Number 6, it is recommended by the superintendent that the board approves Atlantic Urgent Care at Newton as the CDI drug and alcohol testing facility from July 2025 to June 2026. The High Point Regional School District bus drivers will be a part of the Atlantic Urgent Care at Newton EMCSA consortium with other Sussex County school districts, bus drivers for the CDL drug and alcohol testing purposes in order to share costs. Number 7, it is recommended that the board, upon the recommendation from the superintendent, approves and authorizes the execution of the following quoted contract awarded to the following contractor for the ESY program, as listed. Number 8, it is recommended that the board, upon recommendation of the superintendent, approves and authorizes the execution following quoted contracted award to the following contractor for the ESY program as listed. I'm making a motion and I'm looking for a second.
Second.
Any questions or discussion?
Yeah, in item 6, should that not be July 2026 through June of 2027?
Oh, yeah, that sounds right.
Yes,
Might have been covered.
Yep.
Okay.
I will make that change. Thank you.
A proofreader, thank you. Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Good.
Roll call.
Ms. Wise?
Yes.
Ms. Hill? Yes. Ms. Diaz?
Yes.
Ms. Stackus?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Margiotta?
Abstain?
Ms. Gall?
Yes.
Mr. Van Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
Passes.
That concludes our action items. We have no correspondence. Under miscellaneous, our standing item there, school board mandating training, I believe, Mr. Mogiati, you will need to attend either virtually or in person the first level of training. Mrs. Kobush will set you up for that.
Yeah. Understood.
Okay. So that brings us to our second public comment section of the evening. Same rules apply. See no one in the room. Are there any virtual comments?
Nope.
Okay, may I have a motion to close public comments?
Motion.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Any non-committee board member reports or comments at this time? Seeing none. This is not on the agenda, but I would like to make a motion to reconvene into executive session to discuss the chief school administrator evaluation as school boards are required, so in accordance with statute. No action will be taken. We will reconvene where we are at into public session and promptly adjourn at that time. So we will not be recording the rest of that part of the meeting.